Now, in the main teaching segment of today's show, we talked a lot about the advantages of using a constraint approach. Now, what I want to show you is from a business point of view, why that's going to be very, very effective to you. Okay, and I say this a lot, the cheapest, the fastest way, okay, to get increased revenue, increase your rates, okay, increase your referrals, especially word of mouth referrals, okay, is by getting long-lasting results for your patients that makes meaningful impacts. Now, the big advantage of using the constraint-based approach is every single session your patient is making progress. Now, probably the biggest reason, okay, that patients drop off, okay, or they stop coming to see you is they feel or they perceive a lack of progress, okay? And that's pretty much the same in all walks of life, okay? We lose motivation when we feel like we're not making progress, okay? So just think about the power of that using this approach, okay? So every single session, the next session builds on top of the previous session, okay? You, through your effective explanation, can communicate that to the patient and they can see the progress they're making to get back to that ideal outcome, okay? So this is the power of using the constraint-based physio, and this is where the clinical skills and the business skills, they have to go together. You can spend thousands of pounds on Facebook ads, okay, and I've done it, and I've spent thousands of pounds on Google AdWords, okay? You get that patient in, okay, and you might spend maybe 300 quid to acquire a patient, okay, or you might spend 50 quid to acquire a patient, but that patient drops off here because there's that perceived lack of progress. Whereas you nail your clinical skills, and then every patient that comes in, they are being able to be discharged with that meaningful impact, okay? So then instead of having 2 or 3 sessions per patient that comes through the door, they're all having 6, 7, 8, whatever they ethically need. Now, we're not talking about keeping that patient on just to fill our diaries. If that patient ethically needs that and they need to build resilience and tolerance to make sure the pain doesn't come back again, then I am 100% fine with that. Telling that patient they need to come back for that next session, okay? I've got a duty of care to make sure that patient, when they are discharged, I do my very best to make sure that pain does not come back again. Now, I'm not talking about keeping them for 12, 15, 20 sessions if they don't need it, okay? But once you logically progress them through that loading, okay, then it's very, very straightforward. And again, I'm very used to this through the pro sport approach. Just because someone's pain free, it doesn't mean that they go straight back to the trainer. We need to take them through those KPIs to make sure that they've earned the right to be at that load, they can tolerate that load without flaring up or causing reactions, okay? So the building your business key point this week is that if your patient sees the progress they're making every week, then you're going to have one thing that's not going to happen to you, okay? Your patient will not drop off, okay? If your patient can see that they're making progress every week and you can justify that, okay, and they genuinely have to be making progress every week, okay, then that's the easiest and quickest way to increase revenue, increase referrals, okay, increasing your rates if you want to, because you're going to have the confidence now to get results, okay, but you do that all, okay, through getting long-lasting results, and that's what's going to get you the recognition to become that go-to therapist, okay? So as I said, you can have all the marketing strategies in the world, you can have all these telephone scripts, etc., but at the end of the day, we have to walk the walk as well as talk the talk in the marketing, okay? We have to be able to get this clinical skills top notch so that every patient we can genuinely make that meaningful impact.